Hey YouTube, I'm going to be doing the fourth and final installment of records that I bought today. These again came from Mike in Onaway. His contact information is going to be posted in the description below. Call him for all your record needs. He does shows, he has rare stuff, he knows people that have rare stuff. Check him out. He's super cool. These records that I'm showing you are some of the more expensive ones that I bought today. So they're a little nicer, maybe a little, I don't know if they're more rare or not, but these are going to be cool stuff. And so I'm going to just get going, guys, because I don't want to take more than 10 minutes. If you watched all these videos, thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope you appreciate the music too. Got 3 Tull albums here that I'm just going to knock out right away. We got a Passion Play, Songs from the Wood, and Stand Up, which I thought was cool, and fittingly, with the title being called Stand Up, there's a pop-up of the band inside. I haven't seen this before, and so when I opened this, I was like, I know the music will rock, but that's cool, so I'm going to buy that. I don't know any of the Rush songs on Caress of Steel, but Rush being one of the best trios of music, I believe that there's going to be some sweet rocking out, and that I'll like it. Yes'ns by Yes. I'm not even a huge Yes fan, but there are. I've never seen another first for me. It's 4 wide, folks. I'm trying to fit it all, but can't really. There's 3 LPs. Looks like it's got a lot of their big hits on here. I don't know. It must be a greatest hits album. So this was worth the price of admission since it's got 3. It's greatest hits. Ella Fitzgerald greatest hits, and I bought Billie Holiday greatest hits, an Aretha Franklin record, and so Ella Fitzgerald kind of falls into that category of powerful African American women singers, and this is really cool. I feel like with Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Ella Fitzgerald, I've got a really cool base of female singers, and so pretty cool that I can't wait to listen to that. Queen's greatest hits, nothing too flashy, just a good group with the greatest hits album. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This is a live record called 4-Way Street. They all are pretty awesome live performers, and they play together a lot, so that should be a really cool album. Eric Clapton, Backlash. I guess I don't really know any of the songs off the top of my head, but Clapton's the man. So if you don't listen to Clapton, shame on you. Get with it. Rock of Ages, the band live in concert, featuring Bob Dylan on a couple of songs, I believe. The band's really folky, sometimes trippy, and they made really good music. Highly encourage you to check out the band if you haven't ever listened to them before. Rush, Permanent Waves. This has Spirit of Radio, Free Will. Rush, I've said it before in a couple other videos. I saw them in concert long ago, but I'm still a fan. Big hits. High Tide and Green Grass, the Rolling Stones. This is kind of like a greatest hits album, I believe, too. So I got another one coming up. Stay tuned. Lou Reed, Transformer. This I was a big fan of the Velvet Underground, and this was produced. His solo record was produced by David Bowie, and you kind of can see a little flamboyancy, I guess. Maybe that has something to do with David Bowie and the eyeliner, leather type thing. You definitely can see that's not like his psychedelic, folky music with the underground. Black Sabbath, Paranoid. If you're gonna get a Sabbath album, you want this one. War Pigs, Paranoid, Iron Man. Yeah, these this is kind of cool. I like the picture too when I checked it out. You got Ozzy, on the right there, and then Tony Iommi and the rest of the crew. Concert Connections in Alpena, Michigan had Woodstock 2, and so I knew Woodstock 1 was out there, and he had 2 copies. This one's in a little rough shape on the cover. You know, if you're a record collector, you would say this is in really bad shape. But the vinyl is actually not scratched up. And for me, just kind of starting a collection, and I want to listen to the music more than just kind of look at the stuff, and I don't want to sell it. You know, this was a good buy. It was $3, and so instead of paying 10 for the nice one, Climax Blues Band. Never heard of this group, but I like blues. The Doors are blues, Led Zeppelin's blues here and there, and like Bloomfield's blues. So I never heard of this group. I'm kind of taking a chance. This was, one of my mystery albums, I guess, and it wasn't a mystery $1 album. It was, I think, 3 or 4. So not too big of a deal, but for $4, low risk and high reward possibility. I might end up finding out that these guys are awesome, and they're not that expensive to buy. So I might end up getting 7 more of these guys if they even have that many albums, and they could end up being one of my favorite bands. That's the beauty of vinyl. I don't have to pay for a $17 CD. Pay for a $4 vinyl and get something really cool. This is the other Rolling Stones album I was talking about. It's it's called Hot Rocks 1964 through 1971. Tons of hits. This was the Stones' biggest run, I guess, in the music industry. Little reggae here too. Peter Tosh. This was an $8 record that I think I ended up getting it for $5, maybe only $4. But I had that Ziggy Marley record that I showed you guys in part 2. But Peter Tosh, was part of the Wailers with Bob Marley, and was a big part of the Wailers, and so I thought this would be kind of cool to have. The colors are sweet. Sitting in a field of pot and smoking a pipe. So this was cool. I looked up this when I got home. I guess this is maybe not rare, but it might be. Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington recording for the first time together. I just like jazz. I like the instruments, and so these 2 guys are well known for being really, really good musicians. And I'm not selling this. I've seen on poppsych.com like one copy sold for 200, some were like 70, some on Amazon I think were like only 20 or 30, but I think this ended up being like $4 or $5 for me. So I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, 2 more albums, guys. We're getting down to the end, and hopefully we finish in 10 minutes. This was awesome. Thank you. Mike, you sold this to me. You didn't have to. You could have kept this and sold this at a record show for like 15 or 20 bucks. This was only $5 for me. You said it was one of your favorite records. Favorite. You have your own copy, but the Doors self-titled debut album. You said that the kids love the Doors still. It's a big hit, big seller, but you sold me this for a great price. It's in amazing condition. Hardly anything wrong with it. The record itself was scratchless. I love the Doors. Without the Doors, I probably wouldn't like the Beatles. I definitely wouldn't have liked Bob Dylan. So having their debut album is a big time plus. I'm so happy that I have this in my collection. I owe it to Mike Onaway. And the last one, you guys might wonder, like, what the heck, why? Well, I picked this one because, let's fix that real quick, and then I know I'm going to go over 10 minutes, but if you'll let me explain. Abe Lincoln, one of the best presidents ever, and one of the things that made him great was the fact that he could deliver a speech better than anyone, really. Obama's a really good speaker and can deliver a great speech. But Abe Lincoln is better. He's the best. A lot of experts would agree with that. This is my opinion. But you may not know who Carl Sandburg is, though. He's a poet. He wrote The People, Yes, and a bunch of other things. One of the greatest poets of all time. And he's got a great voice. And he's reading in this double LP speeches and quotes and other things that Lincoln said. And I didn't know this existed. I was super pumped when I found it. There was an exclamation of joy, and I had to have it. So this was the $6 album. This was either the only $6 album, or there might have been one more, and it might have been, I can't even remember which one, but this was the $6 album, and I don't care what it's worth, really. I'm not selling it, but I do think it's got some collectability, some value. But yeah, I can't wait to listen to this. There's I can't even really say what it's all about because I haven't listened to it, and I don't want to read it to you. We're already over 11 minutes now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, just this is gonna this is history and poetry combined to make something really beautiful. And I appreciate whoever told Carl Sandburg to read Lincoln's speeches, and we're gonna record it because you made someone like me really happy for doing this, and Mike, you for selling this to me at a great price. Probably could have charged 20, and I still might have bought it, but you gave a young record collector who's just starting off a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you, friend. So that's it, guys. We've made it to the end. I'm over 12 minutes now. I just want to say thank you if you've watched all these videos. If you have questions, comments, likes, dislikes, let me know. I'm just starting out as a collector. If you collect records, if you've got stores or collectors from your local town, shout them out. Maybe I'll check them out myself. And but yeah, guys, get into vinyl. It's making a comeback. Support your record collectors. These guys have been doing it as a hobby for so long, and it's starting to make a comeback. It's time to get in on it. CDs and the digital. I've already talked about all that, but it's not the same. It doesn't sound as good. It's not as fun. You get to clean up the vinyl and wash it all down real quick and play it and set the needle, and a little work goes into it, and feel a little more accomplished, I think. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking it out. It's been a long ride. It's been a long night. I'm super exhausted just from sharing this with you guys. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit even, but it's worth it. You guys are worth it. I thank you all. Keep rocking, guys. Rock and roll's here to stay, so take it easy.